have a weakness for, so that's kind of great.
One of the things that's starting to weigh on me more is I know you live in LA, and I live in San Francisco, so I just wonder what your feelings are on that.
I haven't put that much weight on that particular aspect.
The group setting's great to kind of get to know people, but you don't really get to kind of see if chemistry is clicking until you're really just one-on-one with that person.
Believe how tall that animal is. Look at that tongue. Oh, talented.
Wow.
Oh, goodness.
Matt is a very sincere guy. He's tall, he's good looking, he's beautiful eyes.
What is this? What animal would this be? Can you figure that one out?
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, I'd like to know what you think that is.
I'm gonna say it's a buffalo, and this is a hippo.
This is just
Drinks here, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Root beer floats.
Yummy.
All
What
right.
could be better?
Good for a desert drink.
I like sideburns, which you have. How tall are you again? 6'1"?
I'm just under 6'2". Yeah.
Which is a good height. I would wish I'd stop at 6'2". People that are much shorter, I can totally like kind of block my elbows when you're like sleeping, like spoon with them, and you can like fit behind them and stuff.
Everyone's shorter than you.
Yeah,
You dive into relationships right away.
I do. Totally do.
I'm done. I have no more.
Here's a real tough question then. How do you feel about your chances of staying or whatever you think that is?
I mean, I don't know, like part of me, like to be completely honest with you, like I feel like you're like a totally great guy and totally down to earth and very similar to me. But at the same time, I don't know if we have the instant connection where it's like, oh my gosh, James is great. Like I would totally love to date James. The lever's still in the middle as far as like, yes, I'm attracted to James, but do I have this incredible connection with him? No. Is that direct enough of an answer?
I think my natural instinct was, why not? But I was very glad and thankful that he was being honest.
I'm like still open to everything. I don't want to act and say things just so that I stay, because there might be someone else here who totally has an attraction with you that you totally have a connection with, and that's who you should be with.
I just wanted to kind of pass that on to him because James is in the awkward position where he's having to choose people, but he hasn't really gotten an opportunity to find out how all of us feel about him. And it's a two-way street.
Did you have as much fun as I did?
Yes. I'm sure we had a very intimate conversation.
Well, that's
I don't
good.
know if it was like as much fun as a water fight, but it was definitely an intimate conversation.
Okay.
I heard some interesting gossip about last night.
The rumor is that Michael's bisexual.
Dan mentioned to me that in the conversation that he had, James said something about my bisexuality.
I didn't know if James already knew and was trying to fish out the information.
No one's talking.
What I was really doing is, okay, now who is making up stuff to try to get an advantage? I wasn't gonna go ask him.
Nobody wants to say anything because that could have ruined Michael's chances. And if you were really playing the game, you could have been like, he's a bisexual.
We came back to the guy's house, and the guys that hadn't gone on the group date were there.
We are. We're gonna eat outside.
After our lunch, Darren had written a limerick, a little poem for me, and he read it.
Darren's limerick was a little,
I think risque would be an understatement.
There once was a man in WeHo who was a big fan of Joe Schmo.
We're all kind of holding our breath to see if he would actually say it, and he did.
They sat in a pool and pulled out their tools and until they
Wow!
Darren's kind of a wild guy. He's very outgoing, very adventurous. Sometimes I wonder if that adventurous nature of his would be just too much for me to handle.
The guy, yeah, he's got balls.
That's pretty ballsy to put it out there like that, but go ahead.
Let's have some drinks, guys. What do you say?
James? Dan? I
pulled them both out, and all the other guys are like, what is she doing? Why is she setting up a one-on-one, you know?
What's that about?
At that moment, I thought there was something going on, like something planned. But it turns out that she wanted Dan and I to talk.
You and I have got two conflicting stories. And I just want to make sure that one of us has the right story.
Wait, is this about Chris in New York?
It has to do with your boy. Yeah, it has to do with what your outlook. No, what your outlook is on relationships. What is going on with the guy in New York. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys at least got a chance to talk, and I was scared that wouldn't happen. So you guys can go in the living room if you want.
Sit.
I talked to Dan the very first night, and he told me that he had a boyfriend in New York, but that they were open to seeing other people. And Dan told Andra kind of an opposite story. He was just a good friend of his, and that that's not the case. He wasn't in love with him. So she wanted me to at least get the real story. So Dan and I sat down and we talked.
Chris and I were really close. Honestly, I haven't seen him in 3 months. No, I have absolutely no intention to stay with him.
What you had said was, there's a special someone that I have in New York, but we're open to seeing other people.
Right, okay. Chris, he's just someone that I care about, and it's like a relationship that's like beyond like sex. You know what I mean? I know he's not the right guy for me. I mean, I simply know that.
If you know that person's not the one, or that it can go anywhere, why would you continue with that?
Because we have such a good friendship.
My whole goal in this whole experience is to find a really well-rounded person who believes in monogamy and...
I was a game player, but I've been with one guy in the last year because I'm so sick of that scene.
I don't judge anyone for messing around or fooling around or being a crazy wild guy. You know, we all do what we do. My question is, if I knew that you were also dating other people, what would you expect me to get from that?
When we're having this discussion in depth about Chris, I just kind of wish that I had never even brought him up. Seems to have just created nothing but problems.
James?
Okay.
Sorry.
Thanks for being honest.
Bye.
Yeah, have fun.
Bye.
Next, the spotlight is on James as the mates go all out to win his affection. And still ahead, find out who's straight as 3 more mates are eliminated.
Oh, look.
What a surprise. Andra and I get home.
Oh my God, how cute is that?
On our coffee table was one of those cards and a microphone. And we're like, yes.
Guys, is this an old card or a new one? No, this is a new one.
Hey James, get ready for your 15 minutes of fame.
Watch out, Cher. Sit down, Madonna. Back off, Britney.
Today you get to take center stage as you sing along with Wes, Rob, Sean, Franklin, and of course everyone's favorite diva, Andra.
Nice. It's gonna be so great. My first reaction was, oh, this is so fabulous. I can't wait.
Gay karaoke does not get better than that.
The word I heard was karaoke, which is not a good word for me to hear. I'm deaf tone, I can't sing, but I'm